Hello, hello, hello. We are live. Let me just do some technical bits first because I still have to go there. Doom, 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 doom. And if I go there, that should work. That should work. So let me check, double check. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Bum, 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 bum. Doom, 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 doom. You go there. I need to find the comments. There we go. And this one goes there. Hello, everybody. We are live. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. I just need to find the YouTube comments now, and then we're all set. Yes, there we go. We are there. All the technical bits out of the way. Hi, Sissy. Hi, Belinda. Hi, Anya. Hi, Sandra. Mina's here. Hi, Anita. Well, welcome to another live. It's Wednesday, and we are live and going to have some fun tonight. I've got some fun ideas that I want to try out together with you, so it's going to be fun. Hi, Laurie. Hi, Petra. Hi, Carol. Hi, Katrina. Yes, you made it to a live. Let me find myself here because that's always my cross-check to see if things break up. But I think we're fine and it should all work out. So, there we go. So I'm all ready to go. So, thank you, Belinda. That's a good one. Thank you for liking, sharing, and commenting to be able to win the $50 gift certificate because, well, you want that with all the fun stuff that's coming out at Elizabeth Craft Designs, not just my own, but I mean, I know there's a fun release coming up in a couple of weeks. You want that. I've seen it and it's gorgeous. So, yeah, make sure you get that sorted out. And make sure you win that $50 gift certificate, at least that you get a chance to win it. And that's by liking, sharing, and commenting. So, hi, Cecile. Hello back to Norway. Hi, Ria. Hi, Francisca. So, good to see you all. I've been live yesterday. Had a fun live, I must say. I really enjoyed it. I'm making a new journal in the new size journal, and I love that size journal. It's a fantastic size. And I'm making that as a gift for someone. Now, this person is following me on YouTube, so he's seen it, obviously. But, never mind. It's still going to be fun. And that's this. If you want to see how I created these gorgeous signatures, because that's what it's going to be. They're going to be signatures in my... what am I doing? This one. Fun little signatures for in that journal. Yeah, these are going to be great. So that's going to be a fun one. Hi, Ans. Hi, Candice. Hi, Carol. Crafty creeps. No, we're not. We're a crafty bunch of people. Hi, Cher. So, yeah, that was yesterday. And today I'm going to be live. I'm going to be working with the same collection, Mr. and Mrs., of course, because today is the last day to get your hands on the Buy It All collection with a 20% discount. And you want that. You want that. 20% off. That's a great bargain. So if you haven't done so yet, check out the www.elizabethcraftdesigns.com or .eu. Both of the sites work well. If you're in Europe, choose EU. If you're in the US or Canada, choose .com. And take advantage of that 20% off because that's really a good deal we've got going on there. So, that being said, don't forget to like, share, and comment. I've already said that. So, what do you think? Shall we start crafting? Let's do that. Let's have some fun. Because I've got a fun technique, and it's not my own idea. Let me tell you, I've seen one of the design team members from Tim Holtz. Her name will come to me. You know by now I'm dreadful with names, right? I can barely remember my own name, let alone some other design team. Louisa Heinzel, she's in Germany. She did something really fun, and I experimented. I'll show you, and that's going to be fun technique to show you guys. So that's one thing that I'm going to do. And then one thing that I came up with myself, sort of, I think it probably is done before, because everything I came up with has been done before. But yeah, we'll see. We'll figure it out together. Let's switch to cameras, shall we? So this is the technique that I want to show you. I've experimented with an orange tone. Look at the texture and the different coloration on it. I love this. How cool is this? Right, so I'm going to show you how I did that. And so, yeah, let's just get started. Oh, hi, Els, from the airport again. It's good for your air miles what you're doing now, right? So that's what I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you another fun technique, but we have to do it in stages because this needs to dry. That takes a while. So let me grab something that I can keep my work surface sort of clean. What you need to do this technique is any sort of piece of paper, whether it is a tag or just a normal piece of paper. Here I used MixedMedia paper. I'm going to do it now on our design paper. This is from the Backgrounds Volume 1 paper pack. And the paper quality we have at Elizabeth Craft Designs is really, really fun. She is great, isn't she, Sandra? And I just thought, yeah, credit where credit is due. I didn't invent this technique. She came across this by accident, and that's how we do it, right? Sometimes something comes to my screen that I have to click away because otherwise I can't see anything. But yeah, she's great. So our design paper is really good quality, and I think it withholds anything you throw at it really well. So that's why I want to do it on there now, because what I'm going to do. Look, this is my box of goodies. I'm going to work all with the same color and then have the vintage look, what we created last week with the translucent die cuts or stamps. And that's going to be on there. And I think this is a nice combination. But yeah, I'll explain what we're going to do in a second. First things first, I'm going to create that tag. So what you need is some sort of paper. I'm using a tag. Now this is all from the same set. The base page that I'm going to use is from the 2241 Playful Grunge. So that's the base page. I've got this pocket going on. I've got this tag that I'm going to use. I'm using the heart. So that's that. Then the clock is from, let me tell you, this one is from the 2239 Gentleman's Timepiece. So we're going to use that a couple of times. And the lady is from Mr. and Mrs. from the stamp and die set. Don't have the number at hand, but you can find that if you want to. So that's the products fairly we're going to use from Elizabeth Craft. So let's get started. Oh, and of course the journal stencil 6. 6? I think we're at 6. I think I've just designed number 8, so that's why I'm confused. But yeah. First things first, you need 2 different kind of stencils. One being a more open one, and that's the one we're going to start with. So that's this one, and then the second one is this one. But first, let me start with the open one, and I'm going to position that on here. Hey Sandra, good to see you. Trouble is in the house. Good to see you. I love trouble. So is this going to work like this? Is it? Is it? It is. Oh, that's cool. Okay, then we're doing it like this. Didn't plan on that, but hey. We're at 7. Sorry, guys. Then I designed 9. Oh. Yeah. Journal stencil 7. Thank you. I'm going to put some... This is just the distressed texture paste, the normal one. And I'm going to... cover my tag completely with that texture paste. And I'm saying completely, I'm not going to be bothered if I miss a bit. So now it stays in place. Because, well, if I do, I don't mind that much. It just adds to the charm. Shall we say it like that? Okay, that's that. Taking off this stencil, put that in the water. Bear with me, it's behind me, in a safe place, because I will knock it over if I don't put it in a safe place. Then I'm going to take my oxide sprays. I've chosen spun sugar and dusty concord, and I need to shake these. Oh, that's cool, Sandra. I loved it when I was in Mexico. Thank you, Katie. Yeah, else I found that the image quality was better on YouTube when I was here Monday. Hi Tina, back to Sweden. Back hello to Sweden, I mean. So, shaking the bazinga out of these. And I'm going to spritz that on there. Like that. Taking some of that pink. And even some. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to spritz some of the spritzes on there. Hi Donna. Exactly, Carol. Perfectly imperfect. Hi Terry. Hi Isa. Thank you for liking, sharing and commenting. So I'm just doing some splatter spritzes on there. Okay, that's the first layer. Then I'm not going to wait for it to dry. I immediately come in with my other stencil, which is more detailed. And I'm going to put that over my other work, the one that we just did. I'm going to take my paste. Now, be careful, because when you put on the paste now, you can't put it back. So, this is it. And I'm just going to spread that over, starting at the top. And you can already see I'm picking up color. That's why you can't put it back. But that's fine. Like that. And then peel it off. Oh, I love it. You see that? Let me put this in the bin. In water. There we go. So, and then I can give you a close-up. So what it did, because I pressed the stencil into the wet paste, it gives it texture. So that is really cool, I think. And that needs to dry now. I'm just debating with myself. Can you see me? I'm going to do some brown, some vintage photo. Just because I want to. Yeah. And then spritz it a bit with water. I'm making this up as I go. I'm not completely following Louisa's. There we go. That's it. I just wanted some brown on there because, well, that's my jam. Cool, right? I love that. And these stencils, the stencils I have in this collection, really are perfect for all these techniques. Not just these, fairly anyone. Any collection, I've got more fine detailed ones and more open ones. So you can use those. So let me clean up my mess. So it's a really fun technique. And quickly. I mean, this did not take me any time and it looks impressive. It's another fun way to use your stuff you've got. I mean, texture paste is something a lot of us have. A lot of us have different sprays. Not all of us, of course. But yeah, this is really what I like. So, ooh, I'm seeing a lot of hearts. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Jeff. And what I also really like is that just by playing with colors, you get completely different results. I mean, this looks completely different than this one. So, I need to put this somewhere safe. You can dry it with the heat tool, but there's no need to. I'll put that right here. Because there's something else drying there that I've prepared for today. So I'm not going to use this one in today's video, but yeah, look at that. Luckily I'm going to be working with purple today, so I can't contaminate anything. Right, next step. They're both gorgeous, I agree. In part 2 I did not use the mica spritzers, but it did pick it up a bit. And it's in there now, but because I've covered it with the other paste, it's just more subtle. I can still spritz on it in a second if I want to, but first I'm going to let this dry and see how it turns out. So, on here I'm going to use this beautiful pocket that is in the Playful Grunge set. So I'm varnishing these folds down. That's going to go there. And what I've got here are all sorts of elements. And I call it elements because I used a lot of leftover papers. This was the whole clock. And I've used some leftover pieces to cut out my clock from because, well, this is going to be spread out all over the page. So what I did here is I took my little fine point scissors here and I'm cutting out the centerpiece of this clock. Like that. Hi Leslie, good to see you. And thank you, Francesca. So, this clock gave us a bit of a headache, but it worked out well in the end. So I'm not completely sure what I'm going to do. First things first, I'm going to take my glue, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to glue these pieces that I cut out onto my page. And this one is going to go there. So let me glue that down. I like purple as well. I know Else it's not her favorite color, but that's the beauty, right? We have all different tastes and all different styles. So I'm using my precision glue gun to glue this down because this is very detailed. And I want this to be well adhered to the paper, so I'm making sure there's a good layer of glue on there. And there we go. So it's coming off the page a bit, but that's fine. Then I'm going to take the other one, and I'm going to glue that here at the bottom. So what I'm doing, I'm building texture with the centerpiece of the clock. And I'm not using the base layer of the clock in this case. So let me see. I'm doing it like that. I'm putting on my glass blocks on there. And then I've got this one. I have to wait for a second because I have to see where the fold is going to be. So let me just do this like that. Such a fun size. This is for the new Passport XL size. That's this one. And here you can see the comparison with the normal Passport size. And you see it's wider and bigger, but still Passport sort of, how do you call that? Verhoudingen. Yeah, it's the same idea as a Passport, but bigger. Love that. Now I can see where that other piece needs to go. So let me put on some glue. Oh, thank you, Janice. Hi, by the way. Oh, Janet. Hi, by the way. But yeah, I love it as well. It's so versatile. And you literally have a rainbow of colors, so there's something in it for everyone. But it all works together still. Despite the fact that it's different colors, it's all still grungy, vintage looking. So it all works together nicely. And it really is that background paper. So that one's going to go there. I put this on. So I really want that to be well stuck. I know, Janet. I mean, I just literally threw a lot of stuff on it. Oh, it's really drying pretty. Let me tell you. Let me show you. You see that? It almost looks like velvet underneath. Yummy. This is, by the way, just glossy accents on a heart that I put on there. Right. That's that. Now, let me just take my scissors and I'm just gonna cut that bit off. That off and this straight. There, we've got it. See that? So that's already fun, right? Fun texture. Now this, what am I going to do with this? I'm going to glue on these pieces, I think. I think that looks like fun, and it sort of gives the same feel. Yeah, I'm going to glue these on there. So let me do that before I move on to the next step. So this is going to go onto the pocket. Hi Cindy. Thank you for liking, sharing and commenting. Yeah, I like that. Just like the fact that that is coming. See that? And this one's going to go there. So it's all the same color, but it's giving it all nice texture and yumminess. At least I think it's yumminess. You do you. But I like the fact that it's and I must be honest, this idea was in my head when I designed this clock and this set. I was like, oh, I need to do that. It was stuck in my head ever since then. So I'm happy I can finally do it. You know what? I'm just gonna snip this off and just have the chain there. So yeah, that's fine. That's fine. And I've got this left over that I will definitely use in another project because this is the perfect picture frame. So that's going to be fun. Just trim off these notches that are still on there. And we're good to go. But yeah, this is cool as well. Using it like that, you see? Love that. Oh, new idea. Okay. Other scissors, David. There. Cool, right? Not done yet. I'm going to glue this one down. just by putting some glue on that pocket. And what I do when I glue down this pocket from the Playful Grunge set, I'm just staying away from the edge because I don't want to destroy that beautiful deckled edge. And then I take a little border here as well. That makes it more pleasing to the eye. You don't have to, but that's just how I do it. Or what you also can do it in the fold. And there's so many things you can do with this. Hi Diana. Hello back to the UK. Okay, now this is very plain now, which is also fun, but I'm going to do a tiny bit more. But first, let me think. I'm going to start with the spritzing. I'm going to use my To Distress sprays that I use for the tag as well. I'm just going to spritz that on there. Clean off your nozzle, David. Clean off the nozzle. There we go. So without any rhyme or reason, I'm just spritzing it on. Giving it a spritz with water, and then add some brown splatters to it. Spritz that a bit. So you see, this is design paper, but I'm really messing it up in a way. And then I'm going to dry this. So that'll be a while because this is all quite wet. And with my finger I will just sort of blend a bit more where I want to. But again, I'm not going to be too bothered because I also want that oxidation to happen. So let's just dry it and see where it leads us. And it's funny, it's turning out a bit more blue because of the water I spritzed. I don't care. I really don't mind. It does else. It really does take the water well. And even on the back side, it's not seeping through horribly, so you can still use that. I mean, if you would leave it for a longer time, it would seep through. And there's a spot here, but that's because I just dipped it in the mess on my desk. You see how gorgeous this looks now? Just with these elements stuck on there. It's just all one big happy. It's not a family, but you know what I mean. Okay, let me just spritz this with water. I'm just picking that up. Does that work? Yes. I'm just splattering whatever's left on my desk. Ah, that's fine. Let me clean this up. Because it's messy. Now, I would recommend when you spray and spritz and do stuff like this that you use a splatter box or some sort, because my desk is now completely covered in purple and pink. But hey, but I love this. Look at that. Cool, right? It's not completely dry yet, so I have to give it another blast. But let me grab while that's drying a bit. There we go. What did I use? Seedless, Dusty Concord. Do I have Dusty Concord? No, but I do have Seedless Preserves. I might even use Villainous Potion, dark purple, from the spritzes. Still closed. Thank you, guys. That's really cool of you to say. Yeah, it's open. There we go. Now, you have to shake these. There we go. Hi Heather, good to see you. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my other tag that we made. Look how beautiful that matches my paper. I'm going to put that next to it. Going to get it started. There we go. I'm just coming in and splattering a bit. Or a bit more. And what I like about the spritzes is that it lays on top. It just, yeah, it's like magical stuff. This is fossilized amber. And I'm just doing it like this. I want some gold, yellowish, orangey splatters on there. There we go. I'm happy with that. So put this all to the side. These are still very wet, this one. Clean up my mess again. Hi. I'm really messy today, but I love it. I love playing with all these inks, etc. There we go. I love the spritzes. Somebody asked me the other day, what are the differences with the mica stains? Mica stains blend. Mica stain, the color is in the liquid. And here the color is in the mica and not in the liquid. So the liquid is clear, so you can never get mud. And you can see that very clearly here. It really lays on top. You see that? So it gives a nice shine on top, but it does not mud or yeah, make it yucky. So that's the difference. I need to try this without burning my fingers. That would be nice. So, in case you came in later, today is the last day of the Buy It All collection for the Mr. and Mrs. collection. So if you want to take advantage of that, today is the last day. If you're on the fence and miss out on it, I wouldn't want that. So that's why I'm reminding you guys. Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? It's fun stuff. Okay. Is this dry enough? I think so. So what I've got here is a white pigment ink. I've abused this ink pen already, but what comes out of it is still white. So I'm loading up my brayer, and let me get a scrap of some sort. I'm going to go over the raised areas and highlight these without coming into the background too much. I mean, probably I will hit some bits because it's a bit warped. See that? Makes them stand out without losing the color. And I will do the same here. You see that? I hope the camera, yeah, there you go. You see that? It really makes the clockwork pop from the page. Enough is enough. I'm going to stop here. So that's that. I love how this is coming together, I must say. I need this to be dry now. So I'm going to take the heat tool and dry it. I think it's a very nice effect if you look at it up close. It's funny, now that this is drying, more and more the shine of that fossilized amber that I spritzed on here, you see that? And the purple, it's coming to the surface when it's dry. As is the effect, more and more. It's just patience and drying it. So this is literally like watching paint dry, guys, sorry. It does make it pop off the card, right, Sissy? I'm doing this in the same time because pigment ink is wet as well, so. Drying it from the back. Hey Rihanna, spotted you. Good to see you here. Welcome. Okay, in this case I want to do something different, so bear with me. Is this white? Yes, that's white. And I need... So I've got a sponge here, I've got some white gesso, and you know I normally always go around and ink all the edges in brown. In this case I don't want to do that. And I see Janine Siemering, who is the owner of one of the craft stores here in the Netherlands. She makes beautiful art as well. And she uses gesso to ink a lot of projects, not always. And I just thought, with the highlighting I did there, it wasn't planned, but just making up my mind as we go, I'm going to ink the edges with white gesso, just for a change. Because that looks different and fun. Sorry, Rihanna, I see everything. I love that effect. It's different again than what we normally do with the brown, but I do like it. Gives your page a completely different setup, Perry. So, yeah, I really like that. Going back here a bit. And one benefit is gesso dries quickly. So, yeah, it's shabby chic, right? So, I'm just doing the same here on the tag. Do I have enough? Do I have enough? I think I do. No, come on. Just scraping it off. I think. Yep. I've got enough. Cool. Okay. I'm really happy with that. I love it. Very cool. Okay, drying again. Drying again. It almost looks like a starry night like this. If you look up, I see that. If you bring it up, you see that. Ooh, lovely. You know what? If you do this, do the white edge, and you don't like it in the end, go over it with brown. Yeah, fixed. But I like it. It's different. It's different. Now I've thrown a lot of stuff, water, sprays, paste on this. And you see the paper holds up beautifully. I really like that. So, what I'm going to do now, this is going to go over the top of this, so you will still see these clockworks behind it. I love that. So let me get, I had some new stuff in, well, not new. I had that on my desk yesterday. Where did I put them? Oh, here they are. Found them. Some real clockwork arms. These are from Ideology, and I love them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one, I think, the big one, and hopefully I can put them through here. This is too wide. Ah, bugger. Bum 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 bum. These are too small. Are they smaller? Those are the same, right? But I'll do these ones then. And of course now they're all spread out over my desk. The things I do for you guys, right? You're more than welcome, Janet. Well, it's the least I can do. You guys inspire me. There we go. I love that. So I'm just gonna open that. Yeah, it does look like lace on the tags, right? Look, I love this clock. Oh. So that's gonna go there. And on the tag, I'm going to use the lady that we made transparent last week. She's going to go on there. And then, I hope it's dry by now. I had this heart, and I'm just going to, is it dry? Not completely. I love the effect of glossy accents. I just don't like how long it takes to dry. You see, I like that glossy heart, but it needs a bit of help with drying. I love this. You see, you can still see through that clock a bit. And you can see the other clockworks there behind it. Well, that's long for you, Els. Have a fantastic show if I don't speak to you again. It is a great one for shrink plastic as well. The heart, you mean? Well, all these elements are fun with shrink plastic, I think. That's another thing that I've got on my to-do list. Hot. Hot, 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 hot. Right, I need some text. So have a safe flight, Els, and I'll see you soon. Time is what life is made of. I mean, that should go there, right? Stay curious, that's always a good idea. And I like that one. So let's see what we're going to use. These are from my previous release. Are they? I'm so confusing myself with all these releases, I'm sorry. It's because I'm working ahead so much. This is from a previous release, not from this one. We did not have that in this one, I'm sorry. Right, I need my Barely Art. Stuck again. Just unstuck it yesterday. Oh, this is going really well, David. Let's hope I can unclock it. Have a great time. Say hi to Annette for me, and say hi to Diane as well, because she's going to be there. Okay, let me just start by gluing this one on. Why do I want Barely Art glue? Is because you don't see that on the transparent bits. It dries completely clear and it's not showing up even on transparent elements. And since these are transparent, I don't want it to show up. So that's why I like to use Barely Art glue for these kind of things. So there we go. Pressing that down. So that's the clock in its place. I'm not going to ink the edges of this because because I didn't ink the rest. Does that make sense? In my head it does, but I'm not sure about you. This is what time is made of. I do feel it needs something here, but I want to do this bit first. So, what I do have somewhere, here it is the hole reinforcer. So let me do that. I'm sure you will have a great time. There we go. Then I will place this one there. Am I still in frame? Yes, I am. Put her in front of that. And I love the fact that I'm not sure the camera is picking it up. I will do a close-up in a second. But the background shines through. So stay curious. Going up there. Don't forget the fly is going to go down here. No, sorry, changing my mind. It's going here. And this one is going to go at the bottom. And then we're nearly done. And within the hour, blimey. I need some yarn. Look how gorgeous that is. That goes into the tag. There we go. Yeah, I really like that. I like that. So that's that. On the fence, it's a bit blank here, but I don't want to. I do like this simplicity there. I think I'm going to leave it. No, it's too blank here. So what I'm going to do is take this scripty stamp, which is from the laced stamp set, and I'm going to take Monarch. Is that a good color? Just let me stamp that a bit. Just a scrap piece of paper. That's fine. Okay, so I'm going to take Monarch. Ink it up. It is such a fun collection to play with. Yeah, I agree, Rihanna. And I'm just gonna roll it on the same way I did with the tags. There we go. That makes a huge difference. At least I think so. There. It doesn't need much more. It's just a little bit of, you see that? It's very subtle, but it's there. So let me grab a journal. First clean up my mess a bit. So while I'm doing this, while I'm cleaning up my mess, don't forget to like, share, and comment. And I don't know who is live Friday. I should have checked that, but I don't know. I know it's not Els, and I know it's not Annette, because they are at Chantilly. So, I don't know. Let's put this page in. There we go. And the tag goes here. I love it. It always looks better in a journal, I think, but hey, there we go. So what I really like, what we did is we created this background with the texture of the cutouts and then put the clock in front of that. And then we created this fun tag using this double stencil layering technique. Look back at the start if you missed it. It's really fun to do. So this is it. So yeah. The pocket watch is really fun to play with. So yeah, thank you guys for liking, sharing and commenting. Thank you for watching me tonight and joining me, and thank you for all the love that we received on this collection. It's a beautiful collection, Mr. and Mrs. It's really fun to play with, and a lot of you have already ordered it. If you did, I love it that you're going to play with it. Please post whatever you make in the family group or at the Art Journal Specials group, because we love to see what you do. So, thank you for joining me tonight, and I love to see you for the next one. Now I need to find the off switch button of the live, but we'll get there. Thank you for joining me, and see you soon. Bye!